All right. Today we are out doing some metal detecting, and yes, it's during the scare that's going on. As you can see, we have some social distancing going on. We do take precautions, and Poppy's been lucky. He's been able to work at home for the last 2 weeks. This is kind of the first time he's been out. He had to make a run yesterday, but otherwise he's been inside. Mark and I, we've been working together every day. So, we're essential. But in light of that, we're going to get out and do some metal detecting. We have a pretty good looking house here, and hopefully we can find some good stuff. Stay tuned. Action. Hey there, Poppy. Okay, signal underneath of a root. That's happening a lot in this yard. There's a lot of roots. I finally took a big chunk out the side, got underneath the root, and out pops this nickel right here. That would be a buffalo nickel. Let's see if she's gonna have a date on her. $29. You want to touch it if you just want to zoom in. I don't think there's going to be any coronavirus on it, but it's been under the ground for 50 years for sure. Looks like a 29 buffalo. On to the next one. Action! We got this coin right here and this clump right here. Don't know what it is yet. It's about 5 inches deep. Probably going to be a memorial. It is a memorial. Alright, finally got a weedie for the day. Trust me, yeah, that leaf went over top of it. There it is. Burley weedie, 1955. But, first weedie of the day, I'm Weedie King. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, just pulled a 100-year-old weedie out right here, and they have another signal right beside it here. Same depth, about 5.5 inches. Minimum should be a weedie. I'm hoping for silver. It's up here somewhere. There's a coin right there. Yep, another weedie. The year is 44. On to the next. Well, Poppy just pulled a weedie over there, and I now have one over here. 3.5. Looks like it's a 1950. So barely, but it is a weedie. So not keeping up with the Weedie King over there, but I have one. Oh. He should be. All right, we're always recheck the hole, and we are going back in. We got another coin here. It is indeed another weedie. So that's 2 in one hole.
Oh, I thought by that noise it would be smoke.
I was hoping. I think this one is a bit older. I'm actually going to hand this to Mark. I can't read it. And I'll let him take a look and give you an update on that. And I'm going to go back into the hole and see if I can retrieve this third one. And there is indeed number 3 for the hole. I'll just hand this right over to Mark so he can do some further research on that.
Oh no. River Dan!
And there's another one. Yes, it is number 4 in the same hole. Oh, we got more tone. And there's that one. And that is another weedy out of that hole. Huh, no more signal. Only what, 5? We'll scan it with the Equinox though, make sure it didn't have any silver friends hiding deeper.
Well, we're getting there slow now. That way
Nope, nothing else in the hole. All right, we're doing a wrap up on the social distancing metal detecting. You can see I got my mask sitting right there. Yeah, that's what we have to do now. We have to abide by the rules and do social distancing so we can curve the spread of this stuff. Now, when we're out metal detecting, you'll see in the video, we're 6, 8, 10 feet apart. And we're not riding there together. We're riding to the location separately. That way we're not in a sealed vehicle with each other, and we're doing everything we can to be safe, but yet we still want to get outside and enjoy the outdoors. So we're abiding by the rules, but we're still getting out there. I don't have a video from Poppy for the wrap up here, but he had some wheats in there, which you've seen in the video there, and I'm just going to run through what I pulled out on that day. And then I have another hunt that I don't have any video input for, except for the roundup. I'll explain in a second. So on this trip, I had 3 quarters, had a dime, had several pennies there, and then I ended up with 6 wheat pennies. Now, 5 of those, as you've seen in the video, were in one hole. And if we get real close here, I think you can see on the edge of this one here, if you can or not, it's a little darker on this side. There was actually one laying up against another one in the hole. So we've got a 1950D, 45D, 42D, 35S, a 27, and a 1919. Lots of those around. That's a high mintage year. Then kind of a really cool find from Minneapolis Brewing Company, which is no longer in business. Found that. How that got there, who knows. And then a very old valve stem cap, like off of a Model T car or something in that time era. And then I'll go down to what I found just yesterday. Well, by the time I post this video, it won't be yesterday, but on 4/11, and went out to do a metal detecting trip with Mark. Poppy was going to join us if we could get a property secured, and we couldn't. We ended up not being able to get the property secured that we wanted to hunt on that day, hopefully next week. But we went to what Mark would call a hunt anytime spot, and it's a spot I can go to anytime and just swing the detector, which is awesome, that Mark has for me. Thank you, Mark. And just get out there and practice my skills and kind of get outside. So that's what I did. Mark and I stayed a distance apart from each other, and I just hunted around for the afternoon, and we just talked, and which was really nice in the outdoors. So there's plenty of air moving around and everything, and keeping our distances and everything. And on that hunt, I ended up with a quarter, 4 dimes. Detector was liking dimes that day. 5 pennies there. Had 1 Wheatie, a 1927D. Had a kid's ring there. It must be made out of copper. And there's, I don't know if you can see it in the video, there's some design on there, kind of cool. Rang up real good. And then have an Essex Troop pin in pretty good shape. The clasp on the back is broken, and I'm sure that's why it was there, but you can still read everything on there from New York and everything. Kind of cool. and then a few other things that rang up really good because they're made out of copper or brass. Got a lid to something that has a hinge edge on it, another lid item, you can read the reading on it, and a buckle. So there you go. We're able to get out and do a little something anyway while we're in this this time of social distancing. So there you go. This is Dan with 3D Outdoors reminding you to get into the outdoors and enjoy everything it has to offer. If you like this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button at the bottom. See you next time.